Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? We're here back with another reaction video, and today we finna react to So I Watched 12 Rounds. This should be interesting. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
WWE has a movie studios. Well, that sounds wonderful. The idea was that certain wrestlers could create a name for themselves outside the ring while being under the WWE wings, and in a best case world, everyone wins. WWE themselves learned the hard way that it's not a good idea for certain wrestlers to act because it takes them away from the fold and control that professional wrestling has. You guys see these older wrestlers still wrestling and the passion was gone long ago? Well, you can't say the same for some guys, but a lot of people stay in it for the money. Why would you want to take bumps and constantly talk about marks in your 70? You gotta be a different kind of crazy like Terry Funk or just broke. WWE Studios brought film, not movies, but film in the form of See No Evil, The Marine, and The Condemned. Out of all these movies, The Marine was the one that drew the most, and that movie is almost the final boss of B-movies. Cliches, more explosions than lines said by the main character, but for as trash as that movie is in narrative, I love it. I watched it millions of times and almost considered remaking my horrible video about it because it's not up to par. Imagine someone watches that video like, I want to see what WrestleMania has to offer. And then they see that video, they'll never watch me again. John Cena was pinned by WWE to be the next major star, so that of course led to them opening him up to the non-wrestling world. The Marine wasn't exactly the best performance for John Cena because he showed nothing. Still better than Ted DiBiase's performance in The Marine 2. I fell into a deep state of sleep after watching 10 minutes and realizing I wasted 40 minutes downloading this movie only to enjoy that damn sleep more than the movie with explosions. I love explosions. Not the way the United States loves them, but still, I like explosions. Why couldn't they make Kofi the Marine and have him save Jamaica, or Batista just running in there and laying waste? That in itself would be more in line with the previous Marine movies, or never mind. WWE is starting to release straight to DVD movies, which makes sense. And I'm not a film expert or some big movie guy in the sense of wanting something that alters my mind, but a lot of WWE's movies are entertaining, you know? For me personally, it's not very hard to entertain me, even if it's a B movie. I think the first movies were entertaining, but many that followed required you to stick some things in your eyes to stay awake. 12 Rounds was one of WWE's last box office films after realizing that their movies sell better on DVD. So the plot, to put it simply in a sentence, is this. A police officer catches one of the most wanted men in the world, but learns that it comes with a huge price. A matter of life and death. Already it sounds like a B movie, but we're not hating, you know? Like at the end of the day, you're gonna see me call some banter here, blah, 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 laughing on all that, but we'll give our fair assessment at the end. I remember 12 Rounds being promoted like crazy, and I really wanted to watch it, but never did until 2 years later. I'm like, okay, still not better than The Marine. So we got.
I'm gonna say this. I only watched this movie once. I don't remember anything from this movie. I've only seen this movie once, and that was in theaters.
John Cena, Ashley Scott, Brian White, Aiden Gillen, Steve Harris, Taylor Cole, and Gonzalo Menendez. This is 12 Rounds. And seeing as this movie was inspired by Die Hard 2, 7, and Speed, you see a lot of that in here. Both Rennie Harlan and Mark Gordon, the director of Die Hard 2 and the producer of Speed, worked on this movie. The FBI is conducting a sting on one of the most wanted criminals, Miles Jackson.
You know, I still got like 10 minutes.
It only takes you 2, honey. Come on.
I think it's a strong 2.
John Cena's like all of us, let's go. We are introduced to Danny Fisher, a New Orleans police officer, and his partner, Hank Carver. A regular night turns out to be an impactful one.
C4, pawn to A7, rook to block, he takes your queen.
Last thing I would do is casually roam New Orleans while being wanted. The older people just have a general knowledge about this stuff. They manage to recognize these most wanted people and be like, hey, that's him. So why the fuck's he in New Orleans of all places? The guy they had as an informant turns on them, and this guy's definitely one of the most stupid people in the entire movie. Now, they hyped up Miles Jackson. They said he killed his own brother after a botched deal in Tangier. Shout out to my city. I'm thinking to myself, this guy surely knows about it. And he decides that not seeing his brother is better than whatever this is. He's wanted these armed weapons or something. It's not fully explained until later on. The FBI is in panic mode, and Miles is in cahoots with this dude, and it gets dumber for him. Miles apparently freed his brother only for him to learn that he killed him. He's shocked on the phone, and I'm thinking, top 10 most wanted. He's on the phone with the murderer who's right next to him, and he's doing nothing about it. And he looked really stupid. And I just want to say, this felt a bit convoluted. It's something I had to rewind constant times to understand, and even then, I don't understand it fully. Maybe I'm just an idiot, I don't know. Miles clears way and meets his girlfriend. The officers managed to stumble upon the wanted vehicle because of the girlfriend. It was a tense moment, and by the way, just want to mention her name is Erica.
Here's my card. You know, for those times when you don't.
Bro, she's got a nice ass BM. She's not gonna be hanging out with your bum ass. chaos. Hank gets shot in the ass and Danny Fisher plays Hero Ball. Now, Hero Ball only works in the movies because if this was real life, he would have been smacked down and be lying there in a pool of blood. Miles and his girlfriend need a particular road to the freeway and the bridge in their private jet or getaway or whatever. So that explains why Danny was catching up with different blocks. I mean, is it worth the cash to go after him as hard as this? A brutal conclusion to this chase, and it ends with Erica getting run down like crazy. Her soul was gone before she fell to the ground, all because Miles wanted to run.
What's your name, Officer Fisher? I'll remember you.
I mean, how can't you? Danny Fisher catches an FBI most wanted.
Benefits of being a minor celebrity.
This dog definitely doesn't bite. Look at him. I actually trust him. Fisher gets a call from Miles Jackson. At this point, a year later, Fisher is a detective. He implied he left, and at this point, the FBI sound like incompetent idiots and morons. They didn't notify the one guy that arrested him. What is this? They must be running things like it's WCW 2000. Miles promises retribution and implied he was around the house and after Fisher's wife, Molly. The house was blown up with a plumber inside, and there was now a game commencing.
Today, we're going to have our rematch. I just took round 1.
This guy really does have a lot of time on his hands. No need to worry, the dog didn't die. Miles is an 86 overall villain, so he knows every step of the way. He wasn't alone in this mission. By the time Fisher made it to the ferry, she was gone, and so began a game.
It's a game. What, you like games, don't you? Mousetrap, Monopoly.
Die Hard, 7, The Move. Well, I actually can't say this stuff. But basically, Detective Fisher must go the 12 rounds. Police have a bad reputation. Dude's just walking by and he's pointing a gun. If he was going to scratch an itch, well, it would have been an incident.
Longitude and latitude. That's a location. That's where we're going to find the phone. Come on.
I haven't used latitude and longitude since like 2010. I don't think anyone even in this era of under the age of 30 even knows what latitude and longitude is. I never hear about it. And you're telling me this guy magically knows everything? He powers through the first round. He was giving him some absurd instructions, and this is when the detective meets the FBI agents. Oh no, these flashbacks to the wife are never a good thing because it's like a 90% chance she dies.
Guy breaks out of prison. FBI knows about it. Nobody tells me.
You understand? Right, none of your business. Now you keep on crying about what you did and
It's the angry bald dude from the Tyler Perry movies.
didn't know. Or you could tell us everything that happened this morning since you woke up.
He's 0-27. Freaking 2008 Detroit Lions of FBI agents.
Would you please just shut up? You're killing me with the whining. I mean, I know you arrested him, but you still don't know.
I mean, how many times did you arrest him? Fisher finds the time bombs, and I guess he transformed into John Triton. He no-sells the phone and goes on the run. Half of these people today would be stuck in their phone, and Fisher would just run into them and send them flying like, ah! Fisher manages to throw the right bomb, and it's another round. This guy has every skill in the world imaginable, judging by this movie. 60 seconds. Okay.
How do I open this thing? You gonna leave me here? No, watch the clock. Oh!
It's the big dude from the first Equalizer. That's great. Yeah, everybody in here.
I need you on the ledge. Come on. Yeah.
This part made me cringe. Come on, channel that Super Cena. The elevator was rigged with 5 seconds left and Willie was gone. This game had taken a toll on Danny Fisher. All he had to do was avoid the woman dying. Efforts to trace him were unsuccessful.
If Danny keeps doing this, a lot more people are going to get hurt.
This guy really isn't over his head.
Don't be a hero, Ray.
How does he have these explosives? Well, he's 3,000 IQ according to this movie. He knows everything and knows how to do everything, whether it's trains, buildings, vehicles, everything. Also, nobody cares about these random lights on the woman's abdomen. Like, no one's yelling like, ah, it's got a bomb or whatever. They don't give a damn.
What can I say, Danny? I just like to play the game.
Bro, imagine Triple H in this movie. And then he does this face here. He's like angry. He's all.
Bro, that shit would be hilarious, bro. Play a game of 12 rounds and Triple H is the start. That would have probably made more sense. Hey, yo. That shit would have probably made 10 times more sense than what we got right here. This looks like some bullshit. I ain't gonna even hold you.
Outraged, I'd be laughing. He'd make John Cena look like late 80s Al Pacino.
He's gonna win, and then he's gonna kill you.
I mean, you're the one with grade B bomb strapped to your chest.
Delta 1, we have confirmed subject, but no clear shot. No clear shot. Female hostage is in and out of the target line.
Go.
Get down.
This guy really is an idiot. You translate his skills to a baking shop, you know, his FBI skills to baking, the shop would have gone under years ago, and I promise you that, no doubt about it.
Ready to do this?
You shoot Miles, everybody on that bus is dead.
You got a little something right there.
Okay, you heard it. Back.
Best comeuppance during this movie, most satisfying thing, and I was about
This nigga stay taking L's in these movies, dog. Damn, angry black dude from Tyler Perry movie, you stay taking L's.
to rejoice. And I know he didn't know anything, but I'm just dunking on him for the sake of it. Hank on the side discovered the friend of Miles. Round 8 failed, so this caused round 9 to be the most chaotic up to this point. The New Orleans trolley was set off, and I don't know how Miles does it, and maybe Undertaker freaking inherited his soul, but he knows everything. Fisher turns into John Triton again, or John Cena for that matter. This guy sees the train flying and he's still driving. Fisher does this crazy GTA thing and destroys the power to stop the train. Miles used round 10 and 11 to set up his friend and Hank.
Well, whatever the plan is, apparently you're not part of it, bitch.
Hank is gone now, and all that was left was round 12. This is much better than that rock candy nonsense from the Marine. The FBI agent found this during a raid of Miles Jackson's crime scene, and he holds on to it for motivation. Miles made Fisher visit Erica's grave for the final round, and they realized that Miles was setting up a lot of things throughout this game, which is typical. Willie was always gonna die because Miles wanted to steal some money. You know, he had some evil plot. This security must suck. They're letting anyone in. I mean, after everything that's happened, this is the least shocking thing. This guy really worried about changing his clothes back exactly to how they were. How did they graduate police academy? Miles wanted to use the hospital for yeah, I had to rewind because this guy randomly threw a dead body in the helicopter. I'm wrong, it was the money. I just got confused. Apparently Molly knows how to fly, I guess. Nobody even mentioned this previously, but then again, the main characters are 200 IQ, can call bluffs, avoid death. Never mind, John Cena can fly. This is so funny. Look at this. Cena can lift Willie but can't toss this skinny Irishman out, or because this is 12 rounds, he has some invisible muscles and he's secretly buffer than him even though we can't see any of the muscles. And if you actually watch this movie, you wouldn't be shocked if you heard something along the lines of, "Donnie boy, nice try. Round 13. They had this battle while Molly is constantly asking him to talk to him, and I'm like, woman, he's in the fight of his life for you. Turns out it's because the helicopter was going down. Miles loses but sets the bomb only for Fisher and Molly to land perfectly, by the way. Surely they wouldn't mess this up if it was in real life. They landed perfectly into the pool. Now with my luck, I would have landed right on the tiles next to him. He finally throws away the toy car and all is well. They had an opportunity for pockets A and empty, but to no avail. I know for a fact he had the best sleep of his life. That relief and comfort is second to none.
About the house.
Oh yeah, I forgot, he doesn't have a house. They were playing some music that suits Viscera or Sexual Chocolate here, and that's the movie. With that said, with regards to this movie, I honestly don't see it as something like distinctive enough. I feel like they had a good idea, but at the same time, it was already realized in the past. The concept of 12 rounds, I feel like wasn't fulfilled to its full potential in the sense of being... It was intense, but it wasn't as intense in the final rounds. They were like skipping. They're like, oh, this is round 8 and 9, 10 and 11. I feel like the first part of the movie was where it was hitting like crazy. But after they got through the trolley thing, it felt like it slowed down a lot. The main character, Danny Fisher, John Cena, he's not exactly someone who stands out. Like if you watch 10 movies, you're not going to really remember anything about him or his character traits. The villain...
I don't remember anything about this movie, and I went to theaters to go see this. Bro, my brain is not remembering any of this shit, bro. I think I went to the movie theaters, watched this movie, and was like, okay. And I never thought about this again. I couldn't tell you the plot, the premise, anything until now. All I remember was it was a game of 12 rounds. The bad guy wanted to play a game. Thought he was Jigsaw from the Saw franchise. And he could play a game with John Cena. That's all I remember. I don't remember anything else about this movie.
Miles Jackson doesn't stand out. And if we're being honest, the two standout characters here were Brian White and Steve Harris. Those being, of course, Hank Carver and George Aiken, FBI agent. I'd go as far as to say that George Aiken is the best character in the movie because while you guys see me cursing him out, all that stuff, he had a lot of character and you could also feel emotions with him, whether it's hating him or understanding why he...
Hey, that's because he's a good actor, though. He's a good actor. Shout out to the black dude that be in the Tyler Perry movies. He's a good actor. Black All-Star. One time for the one time. He All-Star.
wants to catch Miles Jackson. Whereas with Danny Fisher, he just wants to catch him because he got his wife. It's very dull from a character standpoint. Molly.
This is pretty much Marine. This is pretty much the Marine premise, but the villain is like more calculated. This is literally the Marine all over again. They literally just did the same movie they did years ago.
She could have been his cousin, his grandmother, or even a good friend, and it wouldn't have really changed much. There's some good explosions in here, but ultimately it's not exactly like going to be a memorable action movie for you unless you really like John Cena or any of the other characters in here. Like, I could watch it, I casually watch it, and usually when I watch movies, I'm not exactly like, what the hell happened? Like, I know it's a movie, blah, blah, blah. You know, when I'm yapping in the video about stuff, you obviously got to point out some stupidity and whatever, but when I'm chilling watching a movie, I'm not like, what the hell? I just sit down and enjoy it for what it is. Sometimes I might be like, that sucks, but for the most part, I'm like, okay, there's the movie. And with this one, I don't think it's better than The Marine. And I actually understand why John Cena took a step back from acting after 12 rounds, because I felt like he needed to offer more in order to step up and be a notable name in Hollywood. I somewhat enjoyed it, and again, I don't take these movies serious. You can, it's just at the end of the day, I know what I signed up for. But yeah, I somewhat enjoyed 12 rounds. I hope you do as well.
Wait, way out. Can we go back, please? Go back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today this is going to be one of them videos
we already watched this.
What you're about to witness is 30. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today this is going to be one of the. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today this is going to be one of. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today.
It's not going back. It's not going back. I tried to stop it before it ended. But anyway, so I'm just going to about do it for this one. I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, deuces. Yeah, man. I don't remember the plot, the premise, nothing about this. This shit was ass. I ain't gonna lie, this shit's some ass. But knowing me, if I don't know when this came out, this probably came out like 2000. I want to say 2008. This came out 2008. Yeah, I was still a big Cena fan around that time. I was still in my youth. I think I was only like, if this came out 2008, I was more than likely 13 or 14. One of them ages. Other than that, though, man, I will see you all in the next video. Yeah, that was I see why I don't remember that movie, because there was nothing to remember. But anyway, so I'll see you on the next video. Till then, deuces.